So I thought we'd do this a little bit differently today. Instead of me holding my phone the whole time, that I put it on a laptop. That way I can eat. And today's menu is, it's actually been like, I don't know, all I've eaten for the past few days, but I made up a little song, right? And it got stuck in my head, and now I don't even know if I want this or if I just want to sing a little song to myself. Are you ready? Well, let me get a good bite. You know, good bite's gotta have a little bit of everything. That's a good bite. Gotta get a good bite. Mirror the song. Are you ready? Eggs and peppers and peppers and eggs. Super fun to sing. I'm ready to do it again. Right? Eggs and peppers and peppers and eggs. And I sing it to myself the whole time I'm making it. So, fun. Delicious. Really good. And not a bad song either. Anyway, I just got done getting a shot. My last white cell shot. Because I had just finished my last round of chemo. And actually yesterday, while I was there, they were handing out free bags of makeup. Of course I'll take a free bag of makeup. It was Thrive Cosmetics. It's actually like really good stuff. Right? And I tried it all out today. You can see. Face full of makeup. Their brow stuff, super awesome. My brows, I mean, I'm sure you've seen tiger stripes all up through here. And they had the little brow with a little squealy brush, right? And it grabs onto all the hairs and it makes it look like I have way more eyebrows than I do. And I'm for that. Really for that. Also, painted my nails, right? Got a little manicure. The lighting's weird. Whatever. I got tired of watching my fingernails die, so I painted them. Yeah, and I think I don't know if I forgot to paint one of my fingernails, but yesterday while I was at chemo, I went to the bathroom and I was washing my hands, and I noticed that this finger didn't have any paint on it at all. Like, surely I painted that, right? But I still don't know. I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But it's painted now. So there's that. I have to say, that's the most, I don't know. I say chemo brain is scary. It's always a little disarming. And you're like, did I do that? I don't know. Did I dream that? Did I just think about doing it? I don't know anymore. So I mostly just move past it and I'm like, this is normal. It's fine. This is totally fine. Whatever. It'll come back. But then they told me that sometimes that stays permanent. Like, I probably could have done without knowing that while I was still, in the chemo mix. But I think it'll come back. I think it'll come back for sure. So, let's see. What else was I going to talk about? There was something other than I just got fancied up. I did get pretty fancied up though. Oh, next steps. So, now that chemo's done. I go tomorrow for an ultrasound, the How'd We Do ultrasound. And I have a consultation with my my surgeon right after. So we'll see how big the tumor is, and then we'll talk surgery. I'm still confident chopping them both off. Double mastectomy with reconstruction. It's going to be at least 2 surgeries, possibly more. From what I understand, tissue expanders take the first surgery will be where they cut off all the breast tissue on both sides, and then they put in silicone expanders. It has a little tube that comes out, and I'll go back to the doctor every couple of days, and they'll fill it with saline and slowly expand the tissue, right? So they said, Dr. Crowley, who's my oncologist, said that takes 3 months. I think it's different for everybody, but 3 months is what she said. And then I'll go back for the next surgery where they take out the tissue expanders and put in the permanent implants. And then I think there are some optional surgeries that you can get after that. I don't know. I've got a consultation with the plastic surgeon on the 30th. So I'll go check in there as well. And yeah, feeling pretty good because I found, I just forgot Instagram was a thing. I don't know. I do that sometimes. I'm not super social media-y in general. But yeah, I just forgot about Instagram and then remembered. And it's actually been a really great place for cancer support. I don't know if I've mentioned, but the cancer message boards are not where you want to go. Because, like I said, my situation could be a lot worse. And that's where I go to say, oh, I don't feel sorry for myself anymore. But on Instagram, it's nice because you can use the hashtags. So, like, mastectomy reconstruction, I can see, like, what it's going to look like. And that was nice. It really put my mind at ease. It was nice for the first time, like, going to look for cancer information on the internet and not being overwhelmed with just absolutely terrible everything. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Instagram. Thanks for that. So good. So simple. That's so tasty. Really hits your spot. Eggs and peppers and Italian sausage. Italian sausage didn't fit in the song very well though, so it gets left out, but I mean, it's got a pretty hefty supporting role. I wish I would have been doing this the whole time. It's nice to not hold that camera. Weird, you gotta like hold it out like this. I don't know where to look. Sometimes I notice things in my nose. And if you're lucky, I'll mention it. And if you've been following, you'll know that I do 0 editing now. Like, 0 editing, 0 filters. I just talk, kind of ramble a little bit, upload it, you know, because people like to know how I'm doing. And if I don't upload, then people ask how I'm doing, and it's really sweet. I kind of forget that people are following along, because it's just me here at, you know, here at home, doing my thing. Yeah. So, not a whole lot going on, but I am really happy because it's my last chemo, and I was bummed because chemo was supposed to be the week before, right? They even made cupcakes and everything. I was stoked. And I go in, I deliver my cupcakes. I made it to the infusion room, right? And I was like all set up in my spot, ready to go. And the nurse comes out and she's like, you're gonna hate me, but we can't do chemo today because your platelet count's too low. Damn it. That sucks. That sucks a lot. So, but as bummed as I was at the time, I'm really glad I got that extra week because I did feel pretty good. My recovery was not like, it's not a straight line. You know, there's some ups and downs, but it's going up there. See how it wiggles up with the general direction? So, and my hair really kind of started to come in there for a minute. Like, I was actually pretty impressed with how quickly my hair grew back. I mean, it's not too crazy or anything. It's just like, it's prickly up here, alright? And it's not as prickly on the top as it is in the back, making me think I'm going to get a George Costanza thing going. Like, it's going to be real patchy coming back. I'm considering getting a wig. The pandemic hit before I could go wig shopping. I don't think I would still, but you can get them on Amazon, and I don't know. I liked my blue hair. Maybe I'll get a blue wig. Just something new and different to pop on here, because I have found myself becoming more self-conscious of having my bald head out, just out for the world to see. I don't know. I wasn't at first, and now I am. Maybe it's because I've gone out a little bit more. I went to Target. I socially distanced, right? I mean, when I say I went to Target, it's like, you know, people still think of like normal things, like when you went to Target, you know, like 6 months ago. It wasn't like that. This is my 6th time leaving the house. I've been keeping count. I went twice to Lowe's and picked up a quick list once. Drove to the park twice. Driving to the park is also, it should be noted, like, the park is within walking distance, but I drove, so I didn't have to walk back. Anywho, still counts, because I drove myself to the park twice. And then I went to Target once, and let me tell you, going to Target, it was like going home. I mean, I wasn't allowed to touch anything, you know, and there was still the social distancing and the masks, and it wasn't the same. Like, I didn't browse through, like, clothes or anything, but I tell you what, Target and Taylor Swift, they really know their audience. It's me. They speak to my white girl soul, and I was so pumped to go to Target. I am pumped to return to Target on a more regular basis, and those days are coming soon. Even with surgery recovery, I think it's going to be easier than chemo was. That's what everybody says anyway, but getting that little like sneak peek of like how life could be, how life will be, plus it'll still get better and better. So while I might be like kind of uncomfortable and in pain for a minute, I'm not going to be just like freaking down. Also, did you notice I filtered myself there? I do have a mouth like a sailor, but I found that most of my audience is like my 55 plus year old relatives, and I would never say those things in front of them. Please know that I am way too polite to cuss like a sailor in front of you, like in person, but it is just me in my backyard. I get carried away sometimes, and I have cancer. I truly do not give a damn about your delicate sensibilities. We are living in some crazy times, and if you're still offended by how often I use the word fuck, then I don't think that you've been watching the news, which is maybe a good thing. I don't know. It's not necessarily. You should be, I don't know. We are living in crazy times, people. Crazy times. And if I weren't in this particular situation, I would be on the front lines as well. We're like, I feel a revolution coming on, and I am so for it. But I just am not able to partake, and I'm not even really able to think about it a whole lot. One, because as I've said multiple times, chemo brain is for real, and like I literally just can't put the energy into a thought. But also, I don't have the emotional space to even comprehend the amount of hurt, because it breaks my soul to read about these people that are being killed in their homes, and are like, innocent people are dying and being assaulted and brutalized by police, and I just don't have the space that is needed to adequately process all the things that are going on. So I'm deciding for my own health, I'm taking a stand for myself and my own health. I'm not in a place where I can participate in a lot of society and what's going on. I'm watching. I try to stay up on headlines so I have a general idea, but I just don't have the energy to participate much. And maybe that'll change because I'm done with chemo. Done with chemo. So maybe I'll have more energy to put towards that, because I feel like it is a really important time. This is history happening right now, and it is really interesting to just to observe and see the way society is changing. I wonder where we're gonna end up when this is all over. I just wonder what the world's gonna look like. It's gonna be different. Also, don't know if you're into astrology. I sure am. There are 6 planets in retrograde right now. 6 of them. I'll let you do the Google in there, but it's not often that 6 go into retrograde all at the same time. So interesting times. Interesting times that we're living in. Yeah. So we'll eat up your eggs and peppers. Say a prayer. Well, I think I'm all out of fun anecdotes, stories, updates, ramblings. I'm all good. Done now. I'll probably have more news sometime, and I'll probably update you when I get it. Probably. Until then, farewell. Signing off. See y'all later.